I have a bit of a reputation when it comes to subscriptions, and that's because I talk about them a lot. If you're newer here, firstly, welcome, and let me explain my love-hate relationship with subscriptions and some pretty amazing things that you need to know about them in today's episode. Okay, well, let's go. Come on, it's coffee time.
Good morning, Kerry. Great to see you again.
Good morning, Ronnie. Good to see you too, buddy.
Well, just take a seat and we'll bring that latte right over to you.
Thanks, Ronnie. Appreciate it. You're probably expecting me to tell you how amazing I am and that I've been on top of my subscriptions for so many years. Well, that's kind of not the case, because I'm just as guilty as the next person. I get busy, and sometimes I even get so focused on client work and looking after their numbers, I can sometimes forget my own. Like all humans, I'm not immune to having peaks and troughs. Have you ever heard of tradespeople? You know, the mechanic that has the worst car, the plumber that has the half-renovated bathroom. Well, this was me recently with my subscriptions. They weren't totally out of control, but I knew it was time for a cleanup. I knew I hadn't really assessed them in quite a few months, and I knew my house needed a deep clean. And the reason was, I wanted a new one. I wanted a new toy, and it was a big one. Not your average $10 a month deal. We're talking a couple of $100 a month. And I had my sights on it for some time. I really wanted this new subscription. I went on a mission. I put my head down, I gave my keyboard its monthly upside-down shakeout, and decided to make myself a tool to not only list all of my existing recurring payments, but also dive a little deeper and start to cut out the fat. What can I cancel or reduce so I can sleep well at night knowing this big reoccurring payment wasn't going to throw my budget into a tailspin? As a result, the tool I built, yep, you guessed it, an amazing spreadsheet that gave me exactly what I needed. I also found some neat tricks when I was going through my epic cleanup. Did you know PayPal has a sneaky section for reoccurring payments? I found out the hard way. One night while I was sleeping, a little nasty ninja jumped in and took out a couple of $100 that I'd completely forgotten about. It happens to the best of us, and this is living proof. Then I had that annoying struggle of contacting the company and asking them for a refund. You know the drill. It was not only a waste of my time, but a headache I didn't need. You know, there's never a good time for these kind of things. Strangely enough, this charge happened when I was in my crusade, and it came from PayPal. I found the reoccurring section and I managed to turn off a few more that were coming down the pipe too. Yay! If you have a PayPal business account, I've added the link in today's show notes so that you can find this section in your PayPal account as well. It's really worth going and having a look. If you've ever signed up for anything using PayPal, please check it out. Many business owners have a small bunch of recurring payments, but since the great freeze of 2020, there has been so many more online activities globally, and nowadays there's so many tempting tools to purchase. Not to mention the apps, they've really boosted in the marketplace as well. This is where my love-hate relationship comes in. I'm a sucker for a great-looking tool. You know, the ones you're scrolling on Instagram and a sponsored ad appears with all the bells and whistles to make editing videos for reels a breeze. I have to take a minute and ask myself, A, do I need it? And B, am I going to use it? And this is the biggest trap we all face. It's just too easy to press the buttons these days. Oh my God. The worst one is opting in for a free trial, giving your card details and 3 months later seeing you're paying for something you completely forgot about. Yuck! Another couple that I like to watch out for are the bank account fees and the annual credit card fees. I've actually set reminders on my calendar for many recurring payments, so that if I need to change them or cancel them, my reminders tell me when to do so. Another thing I wanted to bring into the conversation today was the option to pay annually or monthly. I personally only have 2 things on annual payments. That's Canva and Zoom, because I know I'm always using them. I have no plans to use something else in the foreseeable future. You might want to think about this one carefully. Don't forget, while it's great to save the money with the annual discounts, it's also money out of your bank now, and it's easy to forget when the year ticks over. Another option is, don't forget to check on the tools that you have that might be on the highest tier. Sometimes we can save money by downgrading, even if it's just for 6 months until we need more features or our usage increases. So check out those plans that you've already got and see how much you're paying, what tier you fall into, and if they have the option to downgrade and upgrade later if you want to bring it back. The only problem is, and just be careful, if you have something that holds assets, something that you may need in your business, you might want to take a really careful look at that before you just randomly press buttons. You don't want to lose anything that's really important. So the other thing that I wanted to tell you about, obviously, is this great tool that I've been speaking of. I've been sharing it with the community for a while now, and the growing total of the money saved, it just blows my mind. It's now over $33,000. This is huge, and it really makes me happy that people are finding charges that they didn't need to be paying and discovering things that they no longer need. And when I say happy, I'm not happy that people were spending unnecessary money. I'm glad that they're now going to be saving that money. The end result of my housekeeping was, drum roll, I got my new subscription and I saved an additional $3,898. If you would like to check your recurring payments, you're welcome to this free tool. It's a Google spreadsheet with everything you need to get those night ninjas out of your bank account. Head over to kerryzarb.com/subs, SUBS, and there's even a video with me to show you how to use the tool. And that's a wrap for today. It's been great chatting with you, and until next time, happy biz beans to you.